Kenyans who live in this Nairobi slum call it Chocolate City, named for the color of the rusted metal sheets used to build the homes. Life here is hard. It's where we met a man who makes a living using a gun.
I was kind of afraid, but...
He goes to bars, hotels, nightclubs, looking for easy prey and fast cash, robbing the rich. Police would say he's a common criminal. He calls himself Robin Hood.
I need food on my plate. My kids need to go to school. I need to pay my bills.
He says he's willing to surrender his guns, but friends who did ended up dead a few days later. For men like him, it seems, survival means having a gun.
I'm doing this for my kids, not for my kids to do what I'm doing. I'm doing this for my kids, for them to get a proper education, to get nice jobs, and let us support me on so that I can quit this.
In another house, we meet a mother who knows the consequences of gun violence all too well. She says police shot her son Richard in the back. Nearly a decade later, she's still not sure what happened that day.
You can never admit that your child does any wrong. I remember him as a good-hearted person. He would come and hug me, and he would see his dad and always hug him, and he would always give me money, and that's how the story ended.
A victim of armed robbery herself, she says the government program to surrender illegal firearms is a good idea, but police should not shoot to kill. There are an estimated 750,000 rifles and pistols in private Kenyan hands, more than the police and army have combined. Mostly smuggled from Somalia, they're untraceable. Apart from gun crime, the sheer number of guns is also a national security concern. Experts say it's like a public arsenal, and anyone willing and able can secure arms relatively easily. Away from towns and cities, people need to keep their livestock safe from theft and their communities safe from tribal conflict. Kenya's rural gun culture is more need-based.
What you see in the Upper Rift, it is arms for the ungoverned spaces, which are very large. The lack of government presence and security forces in those areas allows them, therefore, to seek those arms to protect themselves.
Most Kenyans don't necessarily welcome firearms. Those who've faced injustice, political and economic exclusion, or have been marginalized in some way, say they need weapons to defend themselves because no one else will. Critics of the government plan say disarming Kenyans means first addressing their security concerns and winning hearts and minds. Zein, Basravi, Al Jazeera, Nairobi.